I have been at St. Vincent de Paul shelter since February 7th, so almost 5 months now. Today is a very exciting day for me and my youngest daughter and her 3 kids. We will be moving out into our own apartment today, and it's, things are starting to look up for us right now. It truly starts here with Megan because you opened up your abode for us. When everybody else turned their back, you allowed me and my kids and my grandkids to lay our heads on a bed in a room. And now you're making a way for us to try to have what we need to strive in this thing we call life. So to all that are helping people that are in the shelters, that are on the streets, we just thank you. I thank you personally. It's really important for kids to have a home, to feel like they are at home, to sleep in their own beds, to have their own bedding. If they're well rested, they can achieve more, you know. And believe it or not, a bed plays a major part in that, because if you're uncomfortable on a floor, if you're curled up in a corner, I just think it would help kids a lot. It would help me a lot, and I'm an adult. I just want to say thank you. Thank you to United Way. Thank you to all of the staff here at St. Vincent, and just for all the people that are out there that are willing to help people like me, that don't even know me, don't know my grandchildren, but you're here to help. And that is heartfelt. I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm homeless because I was living with some friend, and then I was having too many issues with her and all the stuff. So I lose my papers and all the stuff. So I was living with a cousin, but she leave me alone. She don't get me in her house and all that stuff. So I've been like, okay, so where I going to sleep now? I've been here in the Salvation Army for 3 months. It's been good because they always help me with, if I need something, they really help me to find everything since I get here. I never thought that I was going to have a voucher for get my own space, because this is new for me. So my first worry is because I don't have a bed for me, and like a bassinet, I don't know how to say it too much, a crib for the baby. And thank you for care about me and my daughter, and that's good because you guys going to help me to get a bed and all the stuff and a crib for my daughter.
My dad was a small business owner originally, but just through a series of unfortunate events, fell on hard times. It became a smart decision to look for work in his particular field. So we found a job opportunity 1,000 miles away here in Waterbury. And by the time we showed up here, there was no job. So we were completely stranded. We called 211 because there was really no other option for us. They referred us to the Salvation Army, and we were able to get into a shelter after about a week of living in the car. When I first arrived at the Salvation Army, I was scared. I mean, I was 15 years old. All I had ever known was behind me, all of it. All I had left was my dad. The moment that made me feel like I could make my home here was my 16th birthday. All the people at the shelter, and even some of the staff, pitched in to buy me a birthday cake. And that's still one of those moments that jokes me up thinking about, because I had never experienced something like that before. that level of kindness. And getting housed, it felt amazing. There's really no way to describe it unless you've been in this situation, because going from a situation where you feel just desperate and alone and terrified to a situation where I know I have a roof over my head every night, being able to have a sense of privacy again, it was wonderful. Working here and being able to give back is something that I think is honestly the proudest I've been in myself in a very long time. I feel so proud to work here. With the help of donors, with the help of money specifically for furniture and much more specifically beds and bedding, with that, if I had the ability to sleep in a bed that I could call my own instead of on the floor with the dust mites and whatever else was in that carpet, I wouldn't have had to deal with both the physical pain and the mental stress and anxiety and just depression of not having a place to sleep that wasn't a literal floor. Having your own bed and what that does to someone's psyche when you don't have it for so long is really cannot be understated. So being able to have more money for the United Way, for the Salvation Army, for any other nonprofit in Greater Waterbury or elsewhere, being able to have that money, it would be a life changer for a lot of people. It was for me, and I had to buy it myself. If I was able to walk into that situation, a terrifying situation in a brand new place I had never experienced with that extra bit of safety and comfort, it made a difference when I was able to get it. I can only imagine if I had gotten it earlier what difference it would have made.